road here.
Someone asked me the other day, where do you like riding the most? Now, clearly, if you watch my videos, I love Kentucky. I love southern Missouri and Arkansas, Tennessee, Colorado. I like places where there's rocks and trees and mud holes and streams and birds. I like, well, the woods, I guess, would be the best place. But I've thought about that a lot because I've also ridden in the Flint Hills in Kansas where there's absolutely nothing. I've ridden in southern Illinois where there's not much, northern Illinois. I don't really mind the terrain, and what I realized more than anything, it's not where I go to ride that really excites me or makes me happy. It's who I get to ride with. Yeah, I like my dirt bikes and I like my dual sports, and I'm not probably going to ever try to go off-road on a big, 600-pound motorcycle. But it doesn't mean that I won't go on a road ride. It doesn't mean that I won't go on a trail ride. I'll take just about anything I have wherever my friends are going to be. And I think that's the magic of the motorcycle for me, is it's less to do with how I get there and more to do with whom I get to do things. This is one of those roads that just speaks to you. While the absolute devastation that Kutzu or whatever you call it does to the terrain, it also in its own right is pretty majestic. It's a blanket of green upon the earth. And you almost feel like you're in a tunnel, a time capsule. Clearly this was a railroad line at some point. And yet, here I am heading down the same trail that, who knows, 100 years ago someone went down in a train hauling coal or hauling people or hauling something. And it's been preserved for me to enjoy with my friends.
It's like nice and smooth and easy, no jerkiness, no panicky. Hello, squirrel. Might want to get out of the way.
I have helped lead, over 250 group rides here in the Missouri area. I've helped build routes for 3 different rallies. I have assisted as a tour guide with BFE Adventures on their adventure tours in Arkansas and Missouri and Tennessee, and we're actually building some for the Kentucky area as well to go out, and it's a combination training and adventure ride. I've helped do some training, and with that amount of experience engaging people, I've had to learn how to assess who I want to ride with and who I don't. And early on, you don't really know that. You don't understand your characteristics and your personality enough, in my opinion, to really know who's a good fit. It takes a little bit. There's a certain level of tolerance or risk that you have to be willing, and they have to be willing. If you're mismatched, it's not good. There's a difference in personality as far as what you think is funny versus inappropriate. You got to figure that out. You have to figure out what your eating habits are like. Some people want to eat every 2 hours. Some people don't want to eat at all. Like they get up at 8 and go to 8 and that's it. Figuring out who is a good fit for you is tough. The one thing that I found that nobody really wants to do, and that is to step out of their comfort zone and initiate a ride. To actually say, hey, I'm showing up on this day at this time doing these roads. And for me, I didn't even know how to use a GPS unit. I didn't know how to design or create tracks. This is all new to me. And so those first few rides were interesting. I had people show up that I don't ever want to ride again with. And I had other people that showed up that were, hey, I'm looking for friends too, and let me show you what I know. And we built some good relationships. I think all my rambling is basically trying to say, if you're riding and you're lonely and you're looking for someone to ride with, it's scary, it's nerve-wracking. Start posting up rides that you want to do. Don't worry if they ever show up. And just say, this is what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, who I am, my style. If you think you might be interested, come join me. It is scary, but if you don't do it, you're not going to get those connections. Thanks for hanging out with me. Explore more, ride on, step out of your comfort zone, and be there.